You know that person in your life who's always smiling, always complimenting you, always offering to help. Everyone loves them. Your friends love them. Your boss loves them. But something in your gut keeps whispering. Something is off. You can't prove it. You can't explain it. And because they are so nice, you feel guilty for even thinking it. So you ignore the whisper. And then, 6 months later, you find out they've been talking behind your back, stealing your credit, quietly turning people against you. And by the time you realize what happened, the damage is already done. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The most dangerous people in your life will never raise their voice at you. They will never insult you to your face. They will destroy you with a smile. And after this video, you'll have a 5-signal detection system to identify them before they get close enough to do damage. Let's start with why you keep falling for this. Your brain has a massive blind spot. Psychologists call it the halo effect. When someone is warm, likable, and agreeable on the surface, your brain automatically assumes they're also honest, trustworthy, and safe. It's a mental shortcut, and it made sense 10,000 years ago when social groups were small and deception was rare. But in the modern world, this shortcut is a vulnerability because the most skilled manipulators know exactly how to exploit it. They don't attack your defenses, they make sure you never put them up in the first place. This is what I call the warm mask strategy. A smiling predator doesn't need to break down your walls. They walk through the front door because you're holding it open for them. And the reason you've been fooled before isn't because you're naive. It's because you were never taught what to look for beneath the smile. So here are the 5 signals. Learn them once and you'll never unsee them. Signal 1. The selective spotlight. A genuine friend celebrates you in public and in private. A smiling predator only praises you when there's an audience. Watch where the compliments land. If someone showers you with praise at the dinner table, but never sends a single encouraging text when you're alone, that's not kindness. That's a performance. They're not investing in you. They're investing in their reputation as a generous person. The average person hears the compliment and feels grateful. The person who sees clearly asks, who was that compliment really for? Signal 2. The information vacuum. Pay attention to how someone asks you questions. A smiling predator is unusually curious about your life, your struggles, your insecurities, your conflicts with other people. They ask with such warmth that it feels like intimacy. It feels like they care deeply. But notice what happens next. They rarely share anything equivalent about themselves. The exchange is one directional. You're giving. They're collecting. Think of it like this. A real friend opens doors in both directions. A smiling predator installs a one-way mirror. They see everything about you. You see nothing real about them. If someone knows your deepest fears, but you can't name a single genuine vulnerability of theirs, that's not a friendship. That's a reconnaissance mission. Signal 3, the weaponized favor. This is the most insidious one. A smiling predator will do something generous for you. Unsolicited, unexpected, and often public. They'll cover your lunch. They'll help you move. They'll volunteer for a task you didn't ask for help with. And it feels wonderful. Until you disagree with them, until you set a boundary, until you do something they don't like, and suddenly that favor becomes a weapon. After everything I've done for you. I was there for you when nobody else was. This isn't generosity, it's a deposit into an emotional debt account that you never agreed to open. Real generosity has no receipt attached. If someone keeps a ledger of their kindness, they're not being kind. They're building leverage. Signal 4, the triangulation drop. A smiling predator will casually mention what other people supposedly said about you. Oh, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but Sarah said she thinks you've been slacking lately. Don't worry, I defended you. Notice what just happened in that sentence. They planted doubt about Sarah. They positioned themselves as your protector, and they made you emotionally dependent on them for information, all in 12 seconds. They're not delivering a message, they're engineering your social reality. A genuine person who hears someone criticize you either shuts it down or doesn't relay it as gossip. A smiling predator delivers the poison and then hands you the antidote so you thank them for it. Signal 5. The micro-contradiction. This is the most subtle signal, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Watch for small moments where their words and their micro-expressions don't match. They say, I'm so happy for you, but their jaw tightens for a fraction of a second. They say, that's amazing news, but their eyes don't change. The mouth smiles, the eyes stay flat. Genuine emotion moves the whole face. Performed emotion only moves the parts they remember to control. You don't need to be a body language expert. You just need to start paying attention to the half-second delay. That tiny flicker between what they feel and what they choose to show you, that's the mask slipping. Now, I want to talk about something deeper than detection. If you've been burned by a smiling predator before, and most of us have, there's a good chance you blamed yourself. You thought you were too trusting, too gullible, too soft. But that's not what happened. What happened is that you extended the same good faith to others that you would want for yourself, and someone exploited that. The problem was never your openness. The problem was the absence of a filter. What you're building right now, by learning these 5 signals, isn't cynicism. It's not about becoming suspicious of everyone. It's about becoming someone who trusts with their eyes open. Someone whose kindness is protected by clarity. That's not a weaker version of you. That's the most powerful version of you. Because a person who can see through the mask but still chooses to be warm, that person is untouchable. So here's your move. This week, pick one person in your life who feels a little too perfect, a little too agreeable, and run them through these 5 signals. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to say a word. Just observe. That single act of quiet, clear-eyed observation is the beginning of a completely different relationship with trust. And if this video just helped you put a name to something you've been feeling for months, drop the word clear eyes in the comments. I want to know how many of us are done being fooled by the warmest smile in the room. I'll see you in the next one.